a member of the St. Joe's Gay Straight Alliance, I would like to share what I have learned from all of these amazing people who have taught me and many others of what is possible when we come together to fight for love and equality. We believe love is more important than what's in between your legs, who you go home to at night, and what gender you love and care about. We are fighting for what we believe in and vice versa. We believe in what we're fighting for. Here, it doesn't matter if you love men or if you love women. If you are willing to fight for love, then you have earned the right to love. We're proudly wearing pink shirts because we are fighting. We're not fighting against government, we're not fighting against family, and we're definitely not fighting against tradition or religion. We are fighting against self-doubt, self-loathing, and that awful voice in the backs of our heads that we have heard far too many times. We are crossing those lines that have divided us, lines of religion, lines of intellectual ability, social class, and all the other lines that they've used to divide us, label us, and stereotype us. We are here to support love, no matter what you're wearing, who you are, or where you're from. You're here standing with us, together as one, because we just don't represent our community. We represent everybody who's ever felt marginalized in our school, whether they be straight, gay, lesbian, bisexual, or transgender. And with over 200 plus members in our Facebook group, and the overwhelming number of students who showed up to our very first GSA meeting, it goes to show that they support us no matter who we love. We will continue to spread our message of love and equality to everyone, not just to the people here, and to the future generations of St. Joseph students who, with the creation of this club, will have somewhere to go where they can be who they are and appreciated and respected for who they are. I'm Megan Baranowski, and I am a part of the St. Joseph's Gay Straight Alliance, and I love to fight for love.
My mom is a devout Catholic. She accepts me. She still loves me. But sometimes she does not understand things. In fact, when I first told her about this night, she thought it would be all about boys, and someone would come to molest us, or this would be a place to meet for group sex. Most of the time, it's other people's ignorance that hurts more than the homophobia. People think I'm some key sex maniac. People think I've become atheist, which for some reason is bad to them. To be honest, I don't have sex. I still pray to God. At least He isn't ignorant or homophobic to me and my orientation. But even if I did have sex or didn't believe in God, that wouldn't make me a bad person with evil intentions. Along with the hatred and the misunderstanding, I got people coming out to me. I've made many new friends who are still closeted because they are afraid from the episodes of homophobia they've heard about. I wished for a way to make things like this better. I thought, how could people fight homophobia and ignorance? How could you make someone comfortable with who they are? Time passed, and I learned how to tune out the homophobia and focus more on what matters, like my marks in school. I have to focus more in school to do that. However, I get bored in my science class a lot. When we're not doing anything important in class, I end up reading Extra, a queer news source, on my phone. I've been following the Halton story, reading each line as if I was using a microscope from the lab. One day, a headline catches my eye. Mississauga Catholic students demand GSA. The students were from a school that was just down the street from mine, St. Joseph's. This sparked many ideas in my head. I wanted to get involved in this fight and help them. I wanted my voice to be heard. I didn't want people to get death threats or feel ashamed like I and many other queer students had to. Homophobia at my school had to stop with me. First, I got in touch with the students involved and friends from my school to help. There is a group in my school that claims to combat homophobia. This group, known as the EXE Alliance, is not known well in my school. Most think it is GSA. After actually joining, I realized that EXE was really the board's excuse, the equity group. It was the place to hang out, but the group was small. It was nothing like the crowd of more than 100 students at St. Joe's. Out of 2,500 students at FX, there's about 20 or 30 at EXE. EXE focuses mainly on bullying issues. They talk about queer issues, but they don't use the word gay on their advertisements or announcements. I find the kids at EXE amazing. They're doing a good job, but it's really not enough. With the fight at St. Joe's, I plan to create a parallel fight here at St. FX. A group of students, which include myself, are creating a proposal for a GSA at Xavier. I wish I could be at this education forum to better discuss some of the topics listed on its Facebook page. Since I come from a religious perspective, a student mindset, and a queer background, I would like to share my thoughts that might help educators and students. The whole theme of this forum is to talk about how we can make schools more welcoming for queer youth. Raising awareness is how these students started. The St. Joe students have contacted media, and many of them are on Twitter and the St. Joe's GSA Facebook page. Also, groups of students from both schools have collaborated on queer-related artwork to grab the attention of people in general. By telling people that being gay is okay, homophobes could be more accepting. People who are accepting would be more informed. Finally, people who are welcoming and understanding will be able to make spaces more comforting for others. The truth is, God is accepting. He created queer people and loves them. Hateful religious extremists aren't. They've been around for every discrimination they can think of. They are afraid about talking about these topics because they are afraid that kids are going to be curious and have sex. As a teenager, I'm sure I wouldn't have sex until it's right, if I was informed properly. I'm sure God would like it if we understood. I'm sure He understands that my relationship with my boyfriend isn't for sex, especially since we haven't had it. I'm sure God doesn't see being queer as a sexual behavior, but the way we are made. Extremists who quote books such as Leviticus do. It's sad that they have to judge us. It's sad that innocent students must be taught sexual education from their eyes and be afraid. They can't help us. They aren't helping anyone. Thankfully, they are not the ones judging us in the end. We can't hate them. We can't fight hatred with more hate. Even Jesus said, love your enemies. That's exactly what we should do. We have to make them understand. Things like this education forum raises awareness on these issues. If there are any Catholic educators that are at this forum, then we need educators like you. We need more people in this world like you, who can keep their original values and accept change in our diverse environment. To everyone present at this forum, I just want to thank you for doing the right thing and focusing not on the future of my generation, but the future of generations to come. And remember that homophobia can't stop with you today. Thank you.